everybody. If you remember, my name is Rachel and I work for the Cambridge Public Health Department. And in these videos, we are talking about the harvest of the month. So a new food, fruit, veggies, dairy, whatever it is, every month of the year. And for December, our harvest of the month is going to be carrots. I'm really excited to talk about this very popular root veggie with everybody today. So let's get started. All right, so let's start out with some fun facts like we usually do. So number one, did you know that carrots were actually first grown for medicine, not to eat as food, and for a whole variety of different illnesses that people might have? That's pretty cool. Number two, did you know that you actually get more beta carotene, which is a nutrient that our bodies can convert to vitamin A, if you cook carrots instead of just eating them raw or uncooked? We're going to learn more about that a little bit later in the video. It's a very cool concept. All right, number three, did you know that carrot seeds are so small that you can actually fit 2,000 of them in 1 teaspoon? Now grab a teaspoon from your kitchen and see how small that is, because it's very small. The seeds are collected from the teeny tiny white flowers that grow above ground. As we all know, the carrot portion is actually below the ground. It's the root part of the plant. And we don't notice any seeds in the carrots when we eat them. That's because that part grows above the ground instead. You can collect seeds from those little white flowers. Let's look at some pictures. It's really pretty. All right, and our last fun fact is number 4. So although we see orange carrots a lot in the grocery store today, and it might be the only carrot that you've ever had, there are other color carrots, and orange carrots are actually the newest color carrot on the scene. Originally, way back when, the first carrots were actually white in color and not very edible. But over time, as farmers cultivated them, they had yellow carrots and purple carrots, and today we actually have our orange carrots. Pretty cool. All right, now let's do some cooking. Okay, so we are ready to get our snack on right now. So today we're actually going to make a Greek yogurt and spice dip. We're going to chop up some carrots and have it with carrots and crackers afterwards. Really quick, really easy, and you can make it all at home, which is really cool. So the first thing that we have to do before we start cooking always is wash our hands. So let's make sure that everybody goes over and gives their hands a good wash with soap and warm water for about 20 seconds. All right, so once our hands are clean, we're ready to go. We are going to start measuring out our spices. So right here, we have about a cup of yogurt, which is perfect. You want to get a yogurt that doesn't have any flavor to it. So don't get like yogurt that's strawberry or fruit flavored, because it's not going to taste very good with the stuff we have. So this is just a really basic plain yogurt. And we've got our teaspoon. So the first thing we're going to do is do a teaspoon of garlic powder. All right, perfect. Doesn't have to be right along the line, but you want to get it pretty close. Okay, for garlic. And now we have our onion powder. We're going to do the same amount, another teaspoon. Okay. That one's all set. And then a little smoked paprika. So this is a little bit stronger than the other spices, so we're going to go about half of a teaspoon for this one. You can see it has a really pretty red color. It's going to make our dip really colorful. And you can try other spices too when you're at home. If you want to do something that's a little spicy, a little hot, you could try some chili powder or some cayenne pepper, or you could chop up some hot peppers and mix them in. But for me, I like it pretty basic when I do my dips, so I'm going to leave it with just these 3. Grab a spoon and just mix away. Make sure everything gets really well integrated. That is looking good. Okay, so we've got our first kind of step all mixed up there, ready to go. Next, what we're gonna do is just chop up some fresh herbs to put right in there as well. So I have a green onion, and then I also have some cilantro. So if you wanna do just one of these, or if you don't like cilantro and you wanna try parsley, that's also a good step to take. All right, so remember our cutting skills. If you're cutting anything, you wanna go get an adult first. And then second, you wanna make sure that we take that hand that's not cutting and we tuck our fingers underneath like the bear claw. All right. And when we're cutting up green onions, we use the whole green and right down into the white part. Just chop nice and slow, keeping your fingers tucked behind. All right, I think that's probably good for this one. So let's toss those right in. Ooh, it smells really good. I hope that you like how yours is smelling. Okay, all right. And then our last thing to chop up for the dip itself is gonna be our cilantro. So I just grabbed a little bunch from what I had, but you can either go ahead and pluck the individual leaves off and just chop those leaves up, or you can just leave them right on the stems and chop everything together and throw the stems and the leaves in. The stems actually taste a lot like the leaves, so you're probably not going to notice it, and it makes it a lot easier to cut. So I just usually leave it all together. All right, I'm going to just bunch it together, and then same thing, keep your fingers underneath in a little bear claw. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, so we're gonna toss this in. All right, just gonna sweep my extras off to the side. We're gonna do one last good mix for our dip. So we've got all of our herbs all mixed in. And I'll show you what this looks like in the end so you can see how pretty it is, because it's gonna be really pretty. All right, that looks good. Did you know that our bodies can actually absorb more beta carotene, which our bodies turn into vitamin A once we've digested it from food, from cooked carrots than from uncooked or raw carrots? When you cook carrots, you actually start to break down those sturdy cell walls that plants have, making it easier to digest and absorb all the nutrients. Vitamin A is super important to help keep our bodies healthy. It helps the immune system, skin cells, and can protect our eyes and vision. Okay, well, that is all that we have time for today. I hope that everybody had some fun, you learned something new, and you're looking forward to enjoying some cooked or raw carrots, whether they be canned or frozen or fresh from the produce aisle. So thank you from your friends here at the Cambridge Public Health Department and Cambridge in Motion. I hope you guys all have a great month until I see you next for January's Harvest of the Month. Bye.